Coach, the tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Green Bay Packers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Set, 180.
Let's go forward. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get
up.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Regular.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
King. Hey, Delta.
Time go. Check them set. Alert 3.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 15.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch out. Jump.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Check. Cross. Or switch. Slip.
Hurry.
Quick dance. Go.
First carry for Nick Chubb, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Switch. Whip. Watch the whip. Showing up.
Back north.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Back at the 22-yard line.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, 78 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the 44, Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Mike's 50. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come.
Alert! Alert!
Working out of the gun. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for... It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 6th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
50 wants the mic. 50 wants the mic. Jim! Yo! Hey, Mike 51.
Now this time Rodgers will throw. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equanimeous St. Brown. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Jump out! Zoom.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
He was covered by Denzel Ward.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
So don't say nothing.
Throwing again. Rodgers. Man open. That's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
36.
Inside. Hey, wahoo!
It's just me and you.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On the delay, Jones. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Bring it. 319. Got this.
From the 38, Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception.
258.
Number 53. Mike 53.
Get 300. Get 300.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on 2nd down, Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Hey, you block over here.
Now Jones. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Mostert. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Shotgun now for Rodgers. And it's caught. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Come on. You got tape. You got tape. You got tape right there. Check, check.
Easy.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
And that'll set them back 5. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Sanders' kick is good. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. A running play there going to get 11 as they get a quick first down. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Keep it up. To the 50. 51, Mike. Bravo. Check.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Jones has it. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell your guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
At the 20-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On 3rd down, Mayfield got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play there for the Browns. 44 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check 31. Check 31.
Hurry. Run.
Slam.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Gotta do better.
Regular. Hey, let's go.
Hey, switch gears.
They run it again with Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Switch it. Come here, switch it.
Hey, alert 33.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And this won't make it. Off the crossbar and no good. And a big letdown there as this remains a tie game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. Rodgers now on 1st down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 1st down, Rodgers. A dump underneath to Jones. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Four receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back now at Lambeau. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. On 2nd and 12, Rodgers looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
88.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. A first down throw from Mayfield. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, 77 yards, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with an extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there, Rodgers to Adams. 56 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They begin the drive with Johnson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, alert!
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Get him, boys.
Set, 180.
From the gun, Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Landry. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Easy work, and it's coming again.
14-yard line.
180.
Pretty quiet, D. Pretty quiet. Check it back.
Hey, 133.
And again, it's Chubb. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
That's how you get right up off of the map, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb, and he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Let's put him on the bus.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Check. 180.
Check. Hey, what?
Real.
Check 24. Check 24.
What's that?
Under team.
A toss play to Chubb. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Fresno. Check 99. Check 99.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Seibert's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Rodgers now to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Joe Schobert. And the Browns are going to win the football game. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And never an easy thing to do, no matter how good Green Bay is, what the year is, to come into Lambeau and get the victory. But they did it.
You're not just battling the team that you're playing that day. You're not just battling the crowd that's in attendance in that game. You're battling the history of the franchise. You're battling the ghosts that swirl around that place that help spur them on to victory. It is an unbelievable atmosphere. The most historic place in the league, and you have to make sure you stay focused on your task. Otherwise, you can get easily distracted.
Yeah, hats off to them for keeping that laser focus and getting the victory. So for the Browns, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.